Welcome to Cut the Sith Reading Club, episode 20. Today we will discuss Star Wars, The High Republic, Into the Dark by Claudia Gray, up through chapter 8. With me, as always, the High Republic. Alex, how you doing?
Very good. Very good.
Yona, how you doing? I'm talking to the Amazon guy right now.
Better now. Happy to be with you guys.
Steve, how you doing?
Good to be back.
Amazon sent me the wrong shirt. Everyone watching at home, and me and Manju are working this out right now.
Well then.
Hey, if I accidentally drop, let me back in. My internet connection.
This
keeps hanging on the
guy.
table.
Mr. Amazon's like, oh, would you like your refund on your credit card or in the form of an Amazon gift card? It's like, no, give me my fucking money back.
Exactly. Nice try.
Don't let him. Not
Okay.
quite. Geode. Let's just jump right to it. I'm waiting.
I was asking.
Let's just address the
Steve had
Geode.
hot
Yeah.
takes about Geode, and so
I
did
was
Yona.
asking Colin this afternoon of like, wait, is it really a rock?
He's
doing
moving
this.
around the ship. How fucking hard is that to understand? He's in one spot, he's in another spot.
I don't trust this rock, man.
It's
I don't
like
trust
the
the rock
on a
either.
Shelf, you know, like you're.
Where the
watching
hell-
it for 1
How are they
second.
getting from point A to point B if their navigator's just like a rock? He's obviously a sentient being.
It's a dumb concept. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
I thank you. It
They're
made
really
zero
playing
sense
with
to
my
me.
emotions. They're really playing with my emotions with Geode. I'm like, listen, we're at chapter 8 now. Cut the shit. Because then I forget what chapter it was, but he showed up and scared what's-her-face.
I remember that, yeah.
You know, I'm like, come on, guys. Don't fuck with me. Is the rock alive? Is the rock not alive? This needs to be discussed.
Colin,
Yeah,
what do you
it's
think?
it's an interesting concept, but yeah, I don't want to interrupt you. Colin, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm bothering Amazon right now. You guys go at it.
No.
I-
Tell us what you think of the Geode.
Yes, let's hear pro Geode before we go back to like the anti Geode chat here.
It's not even pro or anti Geode. You guys just don't think he's real.
I don't think he's real.
You just think
Well-
he's a fake rock.
after I talked with you, I understand now that he has some sentience, and that his name cannot be spoken in like by people with tongues that can actually use them to speak. But it's just so dumb where it's just like, oh, I would rather we get hit by any old rock, no offense, Geode, and then it's like the silence indicated that Geode thought no offense was taken or whatever. I'm like, you can't, how do you know that? He is a rock.
He's a beautiful rock, though, from all accounts.
The way
I've
they
been
talk
comparing
about him,
him.
it's like Geode sitting there, silent, deep in
But is
thought.
it a big rock? Is it a small rock?
It's a big rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
was gonna
big
say-
rock. I've seen the concept art of him. He's a big rock. He's a big
Now I'm
fella.
trying to find. That's what I'm looking
But it's
for.
it's like even then. I hate Geode to death, but apparently he's real. I mean real. I mean, obviously, okay, he's real. He's a rock. But I mean real as in sentient, because how is that big of a rock getting around with the spice lover and the, what I assume is
Listen.
probably.
He's the navigator of the ship. How would the ship get anywhere if he wasn't like a sentient being? And
Honestly,
it's
ahead.
you guys ever watch Doctor Who?
Yeah.
The fucking like, what is it, the Weeping Angels? Those like fucking,
Oh yeah, the
So
weeping
don't
angels.
move.
they don't move if you're looking at them. You turn away, turn 2 seconds, and they like change because they only move when no one's looking at them. They turn their head for like 3 seconds, and he's like halfway down the ship. The
So wait,
man,
I don't trust him.
Colin, you know what it is? You know
probably
what?
shy. Let the guy alone. He's probably an introvert. He's probably shy. Leok's the fucking dope fiend invited these like random space wizards to like hang out on his ship because he's the navigator. That's his ship, and he's supposed to just be like cool around them, let his guard down. No, he's gonna sit there. He's gonna watch them. This is what I do when I go to parties. I
Honestly,
just sit there and watch.
Geode feels like the kind of character you would make for a D&D campaign if you just wanted to fuck with the GM.
look
it's
at
basically
look
just
at the
like-
Wikipedia image. I just put it in the chat.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
he's just a giant rock.
Yeah, he's a rock.
He's a Vintian. Yeah, his appearance resembles a tall, dark gray, flinty, flaky rock.
Love it. Personality and traits. See,
What personality? What traits?
he's shy. He's shy.
Oh man.
He's
This
a
is
wild
just
man.
stupid. I'm sorry. Like, normally I'm
amazing.
on board with
This
a
is
lot of the stuff
amazing.
that Star Wars throws at me, but this time, gentlemen, this time
You guys
no.
lack whimsy.
Oh, bollocks. I just have no time for this untrustworthy rock.
He's the most untrustworthy. Let me tell you this right now, Alex. If you committed a murder, you think Geode's snitching?
I don't know.
How can
Won't
he?
let me get to
He
know
can't
him.
talk. He can't talk.
He's the
Colin.
most loyal being in the galaxy.
You can't assign traits to him just because he does.
Honestly, I know his traits because Leox told me. I have no reason to believe that Leox is a liar. He's a fine gentleman. He lets strangers hang out.
Tell me
likes to
what
chew on
Plank's
spice
traits
sticks.
were in Ed, Ed, and Eddie then. Tell me about Plank and what Plank's personality was all about.
Plank was an asshole. He was beating people up and shit all the time.
I didn't trust Plank either.
No, Plank had a creepy face. Geode has a nice face.
Dude has no
Stoic.
face.
Yeah, he has no face.
He's stoic. No, you know what he has?
Undeniable, fine, but
He's stone faced.
good one. All right, that was a good one. Fair. Fine.
That was a good one.
I'm having kind of a hard time getting into this book, fellas. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's normally I'm very
Turn it on,
gung-ho.
Claudia.
I know. It's Claudia. She wrote Lost Stars. She wrote good stuff. But this time I'm just kind of like, and I was telling Colin about this a little bit. It feels like as soon as she starts writing a young adult novel, she just starts getting into all this like weird thirsty territory, and she just has to have her characters like start talking about sex and whatnot. It's distracting.
Fair.
It's very distracting.
Yeah, it has been brought up a few times.
Mm-hmm.
More than usual too in Star Wars. Like that's never really like a thing. Well, with the exception of Lost Stars.
Yeah. It's rare. It's rare to see it talked about because like that's not what the point of the story generally is. So
I'm like, no, I get it. I feel like it's gonna be a very slow burn.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, for the sake of the viewers out there, I'll segue us, but not.
You think I
not
can fit in
really
this?
too much.
Just look at this thing.
Could wear it as a cape maybe.
Honestly, I should have given it to my nephew. I think it's the same size. But I'm returning it.
Well, now you have to return it. You've already bothered them. You've already made a stand.
I mean, I wanted my money back.
So the only thing I can't figure out, and I've just got to reread it, is the jungle setting of the ship. It just confuses me a lot.
It's called the vessel.
The vessel.
Yeah, it just confuses me.
You think a man that names his vessel the vessel would lie about a rock?
Yes,
Yes.
I would. It seems like
I
he's
don't
got a
trust
lot of
either of
spice.
them.
So
What do you think? He's just like high all the time?
yes,
Yes.
Alex,
Which
you're a
was-
stoner. You don't lie.
wrong, but
Honestly. I'm gonna go look up the Vintian people.
Anyone have any idea of what the dark side thing is on the ship?
It's Geode. Seriously, I don't know. I
The
don't
ultimate twist.
no, just because I have read on a little bit, but I do think it's slow, but I do like the whole different aspect of what's going on, and I really like Colmec, and I loved his little thing that was going on, and I do think the plant, I don't know, fuck are these plants doing in the middle of the space station where at every corner they get to make a point where it's like, well, this looked like it used to be a bar, or this looked like it used to be a shop, and now it's just a big fucking greenhouse in the middle of nowhere. And why was it preset? That's my other thing. Why was that in this super sketchy guild's preset?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I also think the guild's all super sketchy. I'm like, look at fucking Leox. Look at this guy. Affy, fine. I like her. I think she's very level-headed, a little immature still, but I don't trust Leox. I don't trust Space Matthew McConaughey. Don't trust him. And then the way he calmed everybody down, it's just, it's not good. Sorry. Oh, I just don't like him. No piece of me likes him.
That's fair.
Can't with myself.
Honestly, at this point, I have no real strong thoughts on this book other than that I'm just waiting to get brought in. I'm waiting to get, I'm waiting for it to grab me. And at this point, it hasn't really grabbed me just yet.
We read the first 8 chapters?
Yes.
I didn't like Lost Stars till about chapter 8 or 9.
That's fair.
Maybe this is another slow burn.
I might need to honestly go back and reread the beginning or something like that, because I was just kind of like, what is going on? Like, what is happening here?
That's how I felt about the whole them getting the ships and bringing everyone together. I was a little confused on how that all went down.
I have no idea what happened in chapter 3 or 4 because I read them at Alex's house at like 1 a.m. right before I went to sleep. And I sped through them just so I could go to sleep because I was like, I want to read these 2 chapters tonight because I wanted to have everything like finished on like Sunday.
Mhm.
I can enjoy my Monday and Tuesday. So I just read through them. Then I just went to sleep and I did not remember a single thing I read when I woke up.
I read through all of it pretty much in one burst, and it was fairly late at night. So it wasn't last night, if you were wondering. It was over the weekend. But yeah, I think I might need to reread it or something. I don't know. It just feels weird. It's weird because I really liked Lost Stars a lot. I liked what I read of Bloodlines too, and Master and Apprentice. But this one, I don't know. It's not really grabbing me. So
I do love me some Claudia.
I still think it's gonna. I
Although
think it's definitely gonna pick up.
So here's my dumb question. This is going to tie back into the first book, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
I know we're going towards Starlight Beacon, but
They
is it gonna
happen during
have
the same timeline, but I don't think they're gonna connect to each other.
Was that thing that happened, like, wasn't there something about hyperspace lanes being closed out? Wasn't that like the Great Disaster or whatever?
Yeah.
But I don't think the characters and them are gonna like intersect.
Yeah, that's what I
because
was wondering.
They're
Right.
keeping
Yeah.
like that stuff to the adult novels, so it's like we still have
Mhm.
Jedi. It takes place after the Great Disaster. It's Jedi during the High Republic, but it's not like they're not gonna interact with like everyone. They might see fucking Avar Crisp because she's like one of the top dogs, but
Mhm.
I think really the keeping the adult novels and like the comic books and the main Marvel comic, they're all connected to each other. Where the young adult novels, the IDW comic, those things they're still connected as they're happening during the same time and like the same areas, but also they're connected in the way that WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier are. Those things are happening at the same time with characters in the same universe, but you're not going to see like Scarlet Witch show up in episode 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How is Winter Soldier and Falcon?
Solid. Very, very good. A lot better than WandaVision so far.
I haven't watched either, but
Well, can I read you guys a comment from the Cut the Sith Instagram page?
Oh, you may.
Please do.
Go ahead,
I
please.
posted a picture of this book, and one of our many followers, asked me, "What do you think so far?" And I was like, "I'm enjoying it. Only on chapter 7 at the moment, but I really like it." He replied, "I had a tough time getting into the flow of it, but I eventually came around and I enjoyed it."
Good. That's
Alright.
encouraging.
Because I don't know. I think the plant life is clearly playing a huge thing because they're weighing on it super, super heavy. I think the statue, I guess, is the best way to call it. The one that Kalmek and Orla were getting a little fucking hot and bothered about. I think that's a red herring. And now, especially, Alex is just going to bring it up. Fucking cliffhanger we got left on at the end of chapter 8. I was like, Jesus Christ, come on, guys. That's it. They attack. Everybody's freaking out. Bye. was not happy.
No.
I started yelling in the shower a little bit. But I am, and I know we've only seen 2 parts of like when they're jumping 25 years in the past.
Yeah.
I'm super interested to see what's going on with Colmec and Orla, because I'm just like, what the fuck did you 2 do? That's just all I can think in my head. Like all of this like little stuff with the prisoners and that. I'm like, guys, what'd you really do? Because it seems like both of you kind of messed up, especially now that she's going to be like a way seeker. And truthfully, Colmec, I like him. I think he's a great character. Also seems like a bit of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he really seems to have a bit of that elitist attitude about him. So I'm like, come on, guys. Give Alex the dirt. Tell me the truth. Come on, what happened?
The last bit of that flashback was them encountering the snake thing, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all we've got.
Another cliffhanger. Just a big white
Oh,
snake
yeah.
comes out of nowhere, and then, all right, we'll end this.
It
What do you
did
guys
throw
think?
me for a loop at once the first time I saw that we had part 2 of a chapter. I was like, what?
Mhm.
I feel like they should just do those like the interludes, how they had in Thrawn with the memories. They separated
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Why are we breaking up a chapter into 2 parts? Randomly.
Wait, is the next Thrawn the next book?
No, we're doing Ahsoka first. The next Thrawn does come out
Mhm.
before the next book. Like
I
the
will
same
be
week.
I will be sitting out for that one.
That's our last book. That's our last book.
Oh,
You're
God,
sitting
can we
out
do
the end of
something
book.
else?
Sitting out the end of book club.
I mean, we can
After all
just
we've
cut.
been through
We can
together.
cut the Thrawn book and just end after Ahsoka.
Oh, I couldn't get
I'm
into
fine
the
with that
first
too.
one.
I'm fine with ending whenever. But you want to read Thrawn? We can read something else. I don't give a shit.
Ugh, Thrawn. That first book really did not.
I
do it.
will leave it up to you guys. The next book after this is going to be Ahsoka. Well, we're doing nothing. We have a month off at when this ends.
A month off.
Yeah, because we were going to do the
Oh,
slow.
what I hear is a time skip arc. Because once we
We
come
were-
back, we're going to be stronger. We're going to have a lot
We were
more
supposed to
knowledge
do
of
the-
Star Wars.
We were supposed to do the party
yeah.
on May 4th.
That's right.
And I'm going to Disney World now, so that party ain't happening.
It's a
And
party for you. I don't know about for the rest
instead
of us.
of changing all the schedule and stuff, I was like, fuck it. So we have a month off after this book ends, and then we're gonna read Ahsoka. And then after Ahsoka, it was supposed to be Thrawn, but we can do. I don't care what the hell we do after Ahsoka, but whatever we do after Ahsoka is the last book because we are ending this shit in August. Football's coming back
Ugh.
with fans, I think.
That's fair.
But that's a story for another time. But I will let you guys decide that book.
We'll vote. We'll bring it to a vote.
Any
I
more
love
thoughts
democracy.
on this book?
What do you think about Wreath just cutting that dude's hands off? Well, hand off.
That was pretty dope. I liked how they had the conversation afterwards where he was just like, was this the right thing to do? Like, I actually feel really bad. Like, I probably shouldn't have escalated to violence. And they were like, no, in the moment, like, that was the right course of action. You did what you felt you needed to do in order to protect Nan. Like,
Yeah, he was ready to go sell a little girl into slavery or worse.
Yeah, they even make that known in the book. Like, to your point, they were like, or is he gonna sell her to slavery, or is it something he can't buy himself? Even then, for me, I was like, damn, all right.
And then the part 2 where the Jedi are confronting him and he's just like, well, you kidnap children all the time. And then they're like, not really.
No.
Not like
No.
that. But they have brought that up a few times now.
Mhm.
Because Wreath even said it himself in one of the earlier chapters. He was like, did they ever really ask these Force-sensitive children if they wanted to be taken?
So I think Claudia's on our team because Claudia, it seems, in a lot of her books, is one talking about sex, talking about how having sex is not the same as falling in love, so the Jedi can have sex, and talking about how the Jedi get kidnapped and forced into like child warfare.
And how Yoda's a war criminal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Claudia's with us that like the Jedi, they should be allowed to fuck, and they're clearly being held against their wills. By the wills.
By the wills.
By the wills.
But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Yoda, Coney 3.0.
I don't even remember what the fuck that was about, and we're not going to talk
Cody.
about that because I don't know if that's a good or bad thing we should be discussing.
Well, we probably shouldn't be discussing it, but they're all fucking war criminals.
They're all war criminals.
Kidnappers.
Yeah, I keep hoping the space station. As I was reading, for me, I was thinking, all right, it would be cool if they turned this into a horror Star Wars book. But I know that's anyway. That was my made it a bit more enjoyable to read. As I was thinking, okay, this is gonna get evil, dark, sinister, but Star Wars. I'm hoping that it goes that way.
Well, I mean, with
Are
like
the
the way they're building
Drengers
it up,
supposed
it
to be in
has
this?
to. Well, I feel like that's what it's building up to at the end of the day.
Yeah, because they've been in the comics so far, and that is fucking horror. These are fucking sentient goddamn plants that can possess you because they showed up in the comic book.
Shared a photo before.
Yeah,
Oh, what's his face? The bald one, the twins.
those twins are awesome.
Another group I don't. I'm telling you, I don't trust half the people in that.
Hold on, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't trust twins.
Yeah,
Um,
it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Especially identical ones. Like, something
These
about
dudes
it.
are these dudes are connected by the mind,
Yeah, they share.
and they're referred to basically as two people. Like, I believe they only get referred to with they them pronouns because they're always referred to as the two of them.
hmm
Because they're always like, they're doing this because it's one mind but two bodies. It's fucking.
I mean, it's kind of bitching to think about it in that
Are
aspect.
their names similar? I forget because I always get the two of them confused. One was being like possessed, and the other one was like having like a mental breakdown. You should watch the review I did about it. It was awesome.
Wasn't bad.
My guy Kevin Scott, my guy Ario Anandita loved it. Those are my two guys. We're like pretty close friends.
Yeah.
Kind of like this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the three of us just chatting the wars with each other over some blue milk.
This is what it's all about.
Ugh.
But I did like that they peppered in a couple details from the actual from Light of the Jedi with Affy's mom or the guild leader adoptive mom possibly being on them feeling like they saw shards of the legacy run. I did like that, and there was something else, but lost it in my notes, gentlemen. I apologize.
I should have taken notes.
I stopped taking notes when the trivia contest fell through. I was like, I don't need to take these anymore because I don't need to make questions.
I mean, the only thing I really did was just make shit posts for the Discord. That's really all I did.
I mean, you should see the notes I had on Thrawn Ascendancy. I took pages of notes for every chapter.
I believe
You
it.
needed it. You needed it. We all needed it.
Which is why I think I enjoyed it way more than Yona because I had all these in-depth notes on it. I did like a fucking book report of that.
All
book.
the crib notes and the everything. Yeah.
Actually, our final book would start July 13th.
hmm
The second adult novel of the High Republic comes out June 29th, so we could do that instead of Thrawn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
please
that
do
works
that.
for me. I'll probably still
We
read
can-
Thrawn, but yeah, go for
I'm
it.
gonna read Thrawn too. I'll just read it without fucking Yona up my ass talking about it.
I'll just read it too, and then we can have our own like secret book club.
Well, that means I also have to change the June 29th comic book because it was going to be a Thrawn back to back. That's fine.
Double header.
Also,
More Thrawn for us.
listen, there's a chance we come to August and I still want to do this. So this may not end.
Reasonable.
Hey, I would absolutely keep going.
I might just do it less frequently. Bang. Or just not put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because then I could just not have to pay for anything.
There you go.
Fucking-
They did bring up our homies in the Nile. Only for
Oh
a
yeah.
second,
Do you think
but
they're gonna make an appearance at all or no?
no, I don't think so, honestly.
I don't.
Not in this
Yeah,
book.
I think they're gonna keep it to the plant people because they don't want to. They don't want to put too many villains in one book.
hmm
The only thing I could really see them doing is at the end making, another like a Jedi making an offhand comment about something that had just happened with the Nile. But I do like the whole idea that they've been doing this in the High Republic now twice. And I feel like a decent aspect of Light of the Jedi, one of the actual enemies, okay, aside from the Nihil, did end up becoming hyperspace itself.
That's true.
And now I do like the whole idea now that, it's planned. It's not your atypical Star Wars bad guy, i.e., some warlord or a Sith. I kind of I like that the dark side is still an aspect of it. Like, I'm totally cool with that, but I'm happy, we're not getting some BS, Sith of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope everything will eventually lead to a little bit of a Sith or something, but maybe a little bit of tenebrous action, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that aspect of what they're doing with it now.
On the same page.
The
You
fuck
hear
was
that?
that? What the fuck was that?
My watch just said, after Alex finished, my watch is on. Glad we're on the same page is what it just said.
Well, your watch agrees with Alex.
And I
about to
swear
say,
I wasn't
that's-
messing with it.
That makes me feel a little good.
Or like you're being watched. Or I'm being watched.
You may be.
So,
You never know.
besides Geode, who's everyone's favorite character so far,
I don't know that I have one yet. I'll have to keep reading.
I like the vessel, even though it's not a character. I just like the vessel as just being the vessel.
you mean the thing that wouldn't be able to operate if Geode wasn't behind the wheel?
Exactly.
You can't.
Look,
control
Colin, I
that.
could put a brick on my acceleration pedal and say that it's driving the car for me.
That would just crash into a wall because it's not real. It's not sentient. It's just a brick. Geode
How
is.
could you say that? How could you say
Vinty.
that about a brick, Ian?
We all know Brickians aren't real. We all know Vint. We've all been to Vint, right? We've all partied on Vint.
Yeah, he's a Vintian from Vint.
Seems like a lazy name.
Legit what the Wikipedia entry says. for Vint.
I promise, and I break my promises a lot, but I promise that by the next meeting, I will have a live Vintian here to interview.
Oh, is that so? That's a bold promise.
A very
Yep.
bold promise.
All right.
We can ask him or her or them any kind of questions.
You gonna translate?
No,
That'll speak
they'll
Vintian.
be able to answer for themselves, I assume.
You're gonna sit outside by the pool and grab a bunch of rocks and hope that they talk to you, basically.
Alex, do I have any rocks here I can grab?
I'd have to dig a little.
Probably. No, I'm just gonna ask when to come on the show.
I mean,
What if
they're
the end of this
awesome.
book is Geode coming to life and saving everyone? Blown away.
No, see, the end of the book is going to be Darth Jar Jar leading the Red Chiss army through the world between worlds to meet up with their secret operative Geode, who infiltrated the Jedi Order of the High Republic era.
Oh, wait, you just made me think of something. There's something on their ship.
Hold on. You
Right.
made me think of something, so you
Wait,
continue,
wait,
and I'll get to
wait.
mine after.
There's something on the ship that they're smuggling, right? Because they were all freaking out like, oh, it could be the Nile, but we're not going to talk about what we don't talk about and what we don't know that exists, but we know it exists. What does everyone think that is?
Drugs.
You see, at first
Probably.
I wanted to say spice, but I don't know.
That's what I was thinking too, or more. Who knows? All right, yeah. What is that?
Like 50 Cent said in Get Rich or Die Trying, you never get high on your own supply. I don't know if that was him that said it, but something like that was said in that movie.
Yeah.
But he is getting high, so I don't know. I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's something much more nefarious than just, some spice.
Yeah, wait, Steve, do you have any
Maybe it's
idea?
heroin.
I
Or
don't
any thought?
know. Mm-mm.
It was like a quick couple paragraphs, but yeah.
Maybe it's
It was on my
children.
mind. Huh?
Maybe it's children.
Maybe it's more rocks.
It's force-sensitive children.
Force
Didn't
sensitive
geodes
rocks.
force-sensitive?
Well, isn't it okay when you kidnap force-sensitive children?
Yeah, it is.
Or,
Well,
excuse
no.
me, when their parents give them
Voluntarily.
willingly.
My parents sold me into slavery. That's basically what it is. You're not giving them away, well, you're selling them into slavery.
But hey, they're space wizards.
Yep.
They can have a better life as space wizards.
Yeah, they can be brutally murdered in 1,000 different ways.
In hyperspace.
Yep.
By not paying attention and falling off cliffs because you're too worried about hyperspace than where you're going. These poor fucking people. Jesus Christ. Someone's got to liberate the Jedi. Oh, wait, someone did. Palpatine.
Hero to us all. So we're never going to get to discuss the Red Chiss invasion because Jonah doesn't want to read the second Thrawn book.
It's probably not going to happen.
Red Chiss Rising. Red Chiss Rising. It's going to happen. We've been hyping it up for a whole year.
I mean, we could drop
It's going to be like a WandaVision level twist where it's like we keep having this expectation built up in our heads about the Red Chiss, and then when the Red Chiss don't show up, it's like, what the hell?
We could drop
What have we been
Ahsoka
doing this whole year?
for Thrawn Ascendancy because that comes out the week before we're supposed to read that one.
That's fair.
But Yona doesn't want to read Thrawn.
No, it's even, you know what? Next few months or over the next few months, I'll try and reread Thrawn. But man, that first time through, I just was done midway through the book. Yeah, couldn't do it. Even talking to Sierra, she was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I want to know what the fuck is happening with these people, with these goddamn plants at the end of chapter 8. Dying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to read on tonight, but
I assume they're being possessed by zombie plants.
Yep.
So not Star Wars related. Is anyone else going to pick up Monster Hunter this week?
Hold on, wait till I start recording. We can talk about that.
I gotta ask.
Yeah, we can do it when the recording's over. I don't want to
Pick up
spend.
the lush Monster
Hold on, let me end the show now. Anyone got anything else to say? I'll end it right
ties
now.
right into the spaceship.
I got nothing else. I hope
Alright.
that we get an epic fight scene with Geode at the end of this book.
Me too, man.
I'm not gonna have
I
an
want Killer
over
Croc to show
hour-long
up.
video
Just-
with fucking 20 minutes of Monster Hunter. We can talk about that after I hit stop recording.
Geo just bouncing around.
So, 2 weeks, chapters 9 to 17 of Into the Dark. Go like shit. You don't need to like shit anymore because I'm fucking ending this shit in August. Fucking stop watching.
What an endorsement.
It would have been cooler if I could find the end record button fast.